Dear brothers of planet Earth, I am Ashtar Sheran. It is with great joy, with great glory, that I come to you today. I can say that our troops within your world would be lined up for a grand parade. We are all looking forward and extremely happy for the next moments. For us, within the fifth dimension, the next moment is the here and now. There is no linear time that you live in. For us, everything goes by very quickly and the event is vibrating at the very moment I speak. It is very different from the concept you have of past, present, and future. We never like to establish moments in their time, because moments are ephemeral and for them to happen, a series of variants must be fulfilled. That's why we don't like dates, we prefer everything to happen in a surprising way and that can bring exactly the impact of the moment. But I can tell you that everything is going exactly as planned. The surface actions have been extremely satisfactory. The problems encountered are being handled smoothly and resolved. So I can tell you, it's getting closer and closer. There's no way to push it much further. Everything needs to happen, for you to start a new journey, a new path. Many are imagining that our appearance will be the turning point for the fifth dimension. No. The truths will appear so that you are aware of the power of your souls and what was done to them to make them lose these powers. Even souls in this dimension have power, every soul does. So those who choose to vibrate love, vibrate equality, vibrate peace, harmony, vibrate a new world, will be choosing to walk quickly along that road of ascension. But the road for them will be a very complicated road to follow, because they won't have enough time to learn little by little, everything will happen very quickly for them. The challenges will be immense. Souls from the third dimension need to undergo intense training so that they can reach the fifth dimension. They will not be able to simply walk through a door and see themselves on the other side, they will have to learn a lot. For the star seeds who are already here and are also on the road to ascension, there is a difference. You, seeds, have already lived through all this, you have already spent one day in the third dimension, you have already become evolved souls, however, they forgot all that and returned to the third dimension. So the journey for you is not easy either, but it is much easier, because somewhere in your brains and in your hearts, those challenges have already been overcome. And you are sure of how, and that you will emerge victorious from these challenges. It will be up to you to help those who will begin the journey. With the wisdom that will be reminded to you, you will be able to help these souls. So the great awakening of humanity, which we are calling, is exactly that. It is for each of you star seeds to effectively remember who you are. Knowing exactly your missions, not yet the ascension missions, but the missions with your brothers. Because even though you are not souls from Earth, these who are there are your brothers. You live on this planet and in this dimension, so you have gained billions of brothers. And it will be your role to show them the way, in the most loving and wise way possible. This will be the great awakening, where the souls of this planet will also know the whole truth of themselves. Unfortunately, we cannot say that it will be a moment of joy only. These will be intense moments, in which all existing feelings on the planet will be exacerbated to the maximum. There will be places where joy, happiness, and the expansion of consciousness will be immense. But there will also be places where sadness, despair, madness will be experienced intensely. The balance of you, star seeds, will have to be immense, so that you can sustain and counteract all the negative energy that will be generated. And I say, I affirm and confirm, you are capable of this. All you need to do is let your hearts grow and emanate only light, only love, nothing else. Any other feeling that you may emanate, let it be erased, stored, locked somewhere, but never emanated. You will need to emanate only light and love, and you will be able to balance the energy of the planet. Of course we, all the galactic beings, who are here around your planet, will be doing the same thing. Because unfortunately, there are not enough of you to counter the vast majority. Then we will be emanating a lot of unconditional love, to all the people on the planet. It will be a moment of great attention from all of us. So the great turning point, the great awakening, the great wave, whatever you want to call it, is very close. What will happen? Only you will know at the time when it happens. But the only concern, the only thing you will have to do, is to emanate a lot of light and a lot of love. And for this, some may ask themselves, but how will I do it, what will I do? Am I going to sit down and imagine that I am a pillar of light? Exactly. The pyramids created by Miguel must be filled with light in its greatest intensity. So keep your pyramids lit, full of light, and the higher they are, the more powerful they will be. When everything happens, collect yourselves. There's no point in explaining, trying to calm down. Why? Because catharsis will have to be done by each one. There's nothing you can do. Allow every human being around you, not awake, to absorb, understand the truths in their own way. You won't be the ones to explain anything. We will be explaining everything and acting on the mind of every human on this planet, so that they can fully absorb everything we will say. So, at this moment, collect yourself, do a meditation and see yourself exactly this way, a point of light. Collect yourself in your caves, stay inside emanating light, say your prayers, requests, whatever you want. But never forget, or better yet, never forget to ask your masters to be around you. Because they will be the ones who will keep you, pillar of light, intact, protected. Because the attacks will come, we cannot deny that. It will be the moment when those who still vibrate on the surface of the planet, the non-light, will try to cause the pillars of light to fall. And those who are not effectively protected, if they are not ready, will receive these attacks. So never forget to have the masters around you, around you. This is the primordial factor of that moment when everything happens. If they try to call you, just say, listen to everything, I'm going to go to bed, then we'll talk. That's all. Don't try to explain anything, because you won't be heard. Never forget that everything you said over time was not real to them, and suddenly they see that everything you said was true and they didn't believe it. It won't be easy for them to admit such a mistake, to understand that there was a truth beside them, but they didn't believe it. They called you crazy, they laughed at the things you did. And now, how will they feel? So, this is not the time for you to try to get closer. Collect yourself, and when everything is over, when our statement ends, then yes, you will be notified. But right now, you will be so full of light, so full of love, that nothing needs to be said. Your simple presence will make them feel, I'm here, don't be afraid. And that's how they will feel, protected by you. Don't forget what was said here. Everything is very close. So, listen to what I said here several times, so that you don't forget what to do when it all starts. It's exactly as if you know that at some point, a transport will come to pick you up and your suitcase will be packed. So feel the same way, at any moment anything can happen. So just be prepared. As I said, a while ago, make a list of all your tools, so that you don't forget any of them. And what cannot, under any circumstances, be forgotten. It is to activate the protection of your masters around you. This is essential and primordial, so that you are protected. For those who do not yet know who their masters are, it does not matter, call them your masters, and they will be there. So this is your commander's warning. You are like soldiers on earth. So you've heard my instructions. Don't make mistakes, there's no reason to make mistakes, there's no reason to be afraid, just follow my instructions. And be ready, at any moment, for this great awakening of humanity.